where today I have with me a very special and exceptional guest from India, Mohammad Arsalan, who is a data scientist and AI consultant and making a lot of waves in the world of AI, especially on social media. Arsalan is very active there, and I regularly follow his posts on LinkedIn, very informative, and I would highly suggest you do it too. I will also drop his LinkedIn profile in video's description. And not only he is very active on social media, as I know, he has done some remarkable achievements in global hackathons, and his role as prompt engineer is also quite um impressive, I would say. And he's the brain behind the creation of Bethel Surur in the meme world and has also recently developed Shaheen, which is a cutting edge JAMA 7 billion model fine tuned on the Urdu alpaca dataset. And I will also drop the link to Shaheen's model card in the video's description. So let's dive into Arsalan's AI journey, his thoughts on data science and AI, and the story behind Shaheen. Arsalan, thank you so much for joining us today. Much
Yeah, thank you.
appreciated.
Thank you for a
Could
generous introduction.
No
Yeah.
worries, man. Could you kindly share what exactly inspired you and sparked your interest in science and especially AI, leading you on this fascinating journey?
I graduated in civil engineering. So then I used to work with a consulting firm in Oman. I work in Oman as a material engineer, civil engineer. Testing cubes, concretes. No, it's like construction material testing. So my hobby is like reading a lot of books. Like reading books of any genre, any books, and keeping track of not technology. Maybe I was interested in technology because I was very interested in building applications because uh, games and all. But I didn't because of my background. I couldn't do. So what happened in one of a time in Oman, I read a book by Chinese investor called Kai-Fu Lee. He's a very known figure in China AI. He was head of Google AI in 2019. I read this book in 2019. Then it gave me the spark. Okay, I need to work on this AI thing because it's gonna be not only it's gonna be huge thing. He predicted. Actually, that book is called. I forgot the name, but it's like author is Kai Fu Lee. So he predicted many things about the AI. Uh, that book name is AI Superpowers, and and then I came to India in 2019. I started learning. I researched about a lot. Then I worked. Then I learned data science, data visualization, Tableau, and then lockdown happened. In the lockdown, I did lot of multiple gigs, from data ingestion, data cleaning, data visualization, because I personally like data visualization more because it gives like you have data, you clean it, you build a dashboard. That is very that gives me kick. I don't know why, but that is still my most prefer my like uh, if I work in future, that part of work I like more because you get to get the insights of the data with a very beautiful charts from Tableau. Uh,
Yeah,
Before data science, that is my journey. Data
sure.
visualization. Yeah, then data science came, and then lockdown happened. Then lockdown lifted, and I got opportunity to work with the Capgemini. It's a French consulting company from Bangalore office. That time, luckily in 2021, sorry, in 21 we had access to GPT-3 model. That time GPT-3 model was not available to anyone, very handful of organizations. Luckily, we had that use case to convert some programming language. That time nobody knew GPT-3. Even with a person with 10 years of experience, I used to go and tell him that I built project with GPT-3. He used to say, "What is GPT-3?" That time Chat GPT was not there. There was not buzzword. Many people are not impressed with GPT-2 models as well.
Yeah,
GPT-2, GPT, because they used to think that it is just predicting next year. What is big thing? We have XGBoost. XGBoost is very good. I'm not discrediting XGBoost or Random Forest. Those are very beautiful models for numerical data. For numerical data, for structured data. Those are classical ML. I'm fan of. 100% I'm a fan of. But yeah, that from there I started my generative AI models work. Then I worked with open source model. That time, now we have every week we have one two models coming up. We have hundreds of models coming up. That time we
True.
had GPT-J model, GPT-J, GPT-Neo maybe,
Yeah.
and Hugging Face, they fine-tuned Blue model, and then Cohere A21. Those are the property models. I experimented with them. Then I found, okay, this is very good track. I need to focus on this. And parallelly, I stumbled upon your imagination models. The time was Glide. There's a Glide model from OpenAI. Uh, it was just a pain to run that model. It's not similar to diffusers. You have 4 or 5 lines to create an
Mhm.
image. That time it used to have 200 lines. Even one line breaks, you will get mad. You know that time, yeah. But yeah, I thought, okay, generative models are good. Then luckily came ChatGPT. Everybody started talking about it, and I also participated in parallel. I participated in hackathons. I used to build solutions combining multiple solutions. Like I combined for meme world, I combined captioning model with or like GPT model, captioning model to understand the image, and captioning model to give fusion popping to memes. Very basic idea. Just I combine two things. And for interior designing, because I come from civil engineering background, I know how big is market. You go anywhere from Dubai, America, London, everyone is like they're very choosy about their home interiors. But they charge a lot, like interior
Yeah.
consultants charge a head, like it's like they charge more than doctors, in some part of that. So I thought, okay, I build I could build a solution which uses, stable diffusion, image to image pipeline, not big rocket science. I'm using like existing patent models.
Yeah.
I use some hacks around it, maybe upscaling, maybe in painting. I gave the GPT-3 to create the prompt, to rephrase the prompt, because your output depends on the your prompt. Yeah, that's how I build a solution. I build multiple solutions. I won some hackathons, but I have lost many, which I but good thing is like I get to get to learn a lot, especially from
Yeah.
my day job, because my day job was to explore models. I used to explore everywhere from Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. Then I started sharing on LinkedIn. Okay, this is that. So luckily, one two posts went viral. Then no, it's like algorithm. I got huge followers, but I still consider it's just learning. I don't even if my post get 2 3 likes also, I just keep it, because I'm just doing as learning, because I know
Absolutely.
people will read it. People will read it. Uh, I'll get the impressions. I don't count by likes. I just count by impressions. So yesterday post of Shaheen I posted. Uh, so I'll tell you about Shaheen how it happened.
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
so Shaheen happened because there's a Kannada. My other tongue is Kannada. It's a Bangalore-based language. It's spoken by 6 crore people, 6 7 crore.
Karnataka, right?
Karnataka, yeah, Karnataka.
Yeah.
So, Yanli Kun from Meta commented on that post. Okay, people are fine-tuning Llama model for Kannada and Indic dataset. Like in India, we have so many languages like Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Hindi, Marathi, Bengali. So I thought Urdu was missing there. Some as like it's like part of our culture in from independence. Say our politicians are well versed. Even a prime minister, Manmohan Singh, he used to read the scripts in Urdu. And Atal Bihari is a very well versed in Urdu, and lot of, but we don't have any representation in generative AI models. Then I started tinkering around models. Contacted the people from Tamil Llama, the people who fine-tuned Llama with Tamil. They didn't respond. Then I contacted few developers to say, okay, I'm not proficient in that. I'm not telling that I'm proficient in models, but I want to contribute somehow. But then I was going through the scripts, but Llama was they have to do one they have to do one more previous step to add tokens. Like they have to pre-train the model as well. But with Gemma, luckily, since it is trained on 2 3 trillion tokens, it has huge vocabulary of multiple languages. So I wanted to give it a try, and I contacted my friend. He was the earlier contributor of Llama Index. His name is Ravi Teja. He's from Hyderabad, the famous, the hotspot of Urdu. I told him I want to fine tune Urdu, but I'm creating the data set, but I'm not getting. So he created a data set. Uh, so that time we had to burn a lot of cash because we have to use Azure API to get a very good data set. The data set should be very perfect, but other models are very poor. I tried
Yeah.
Cohere and other models, those are very poor for Urdu translations. And Google API was also very expensive. So we had burned a lot of cash there. Then that data set was, uh, then we used the data set, and I experimented, and with very few number of steps of training, I so I tried multiple techniques. I tried QLoRa. That time I didn't have GPU, enough 800 GPU. That time it crashed, and accuracy was not also very good. It used to give gibberish, but I used to get happy that at least it is getting gibberish, because what happens in Urdu, we write from right to left, right?
Yeah.
So there's some issue called decoding. So decoding is, so all the models, they decode from right, left to right. For ours is reverse. So that time I got stuck there. Then I came across this library called Unsloth. It's a very good plain library. And experimented with AutoTrain from Abhishek Thakur. That also failed miserably. I was like, okay, I need to do something. Then I explored Unsloth. It also like failed for Gemma model. Then luckily that author of that Unsloth, he somehow uh, fixed around that like some dependency error. Then I fine-tuned the model, and I asked the questions in Hindi, sorry, in Urdu and in English. And I'm not telling you it gave me perfect answer, but since our alpaca data set is very small, it gave reasonable answers, which I have shared in LinkedIn post, comments. It gave me reasonable. I asked some questions. It gave some certain question answers. When I asked you to write poem, it gave little bit 2 3 lines. That is big thing, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I asked it to write essay on Bangalore. It wrote in uh, it wrote in Urdu, and I could read it because I can read it. But I crossed it with the Google also. It gave me. So yeah, that's about Shine, and that the word came because I'm like my father is they're very fan of Dr. Iqbal's work. Like Shine is like it's like,
Yeah. Eagle for the
it's not
English.
legal. It's
Yeah.
for it's not for the like followers of Lama Iqbal. It's not word. It's like it's something big. Shine is not just a word. It's not. It's like, like we have poems, right, on Shine. It's like it's a big thing. So I thought of naming it Shine, and I just showed. I just That's the inspiration of that name
Yeah.
came from. And yeah, that's how I built. And luckily I got lot of like connections, and it went viral yesterday. And till Sahri also, I'm getting lot of messages from like Pakistan, saying that nobody from Pakistan built it. I'm getting comments like, obviously we have to take some steps. I build some like baby step. Maybe somebody can use the same script. Maybe they can modify, they can augment the data, they can create the better models, so that it can give, like the people can pick up the rag. One people
Yeah.
can pick up the rag. Some some people can fine tune the sentence transformers. Some people can pick up the, like, say, text to speech, speech to text. And with multiple dialects, like we have so many dialects. We have I In home we speak Dakkani Urdu, if you know. Dakkani is like it's like Dakkani Urdu. Lucknow is different, Bombay slang is different, Hyderabad, Kolkata different, Delhi Urdu is different, Kashmiri Urdu is different. So we can find, maybe somebody can pick up. It's just like they can for certain slangs they can use. They can build a model. What I see from the data set of Alpaca, it looks like it's like textbook Urdu, which we don't speak, right? Even in Pakistan, India
Yeah.
also we don't.
True.
It's a textbook that is different. I know because I have right. Uh, so I think, yeah, in the future maybe people can. So I think, okay, let's roll it out. and then I got very good response. And luckily, what it required nothing. It just required a data set. You already have the API. You just need to put some efforts, put some money, and you just need to plug and play multiple model like multiple tools. Do you have solution? And like say people building the chatbots, like the rural people, they can utilize the chatbots. You know, obviously our industry is very big. Like Bollywood, Tollywood, Bollywood, they use a lot of Urdu words,
Yeah,
shairi, songs. It will help in some or other way, right? uh,
absolutely.
yeah. And
So
market is big. We don't have to focus on uh, we have to build. If you build and leave it, people will take it from there and use it for multiple use cases. Imagine you have a model which generates ghazals, shairis, and I was jokingly told someone ke SAS is a shairi as a service. uh, you know so yeah.
absolutely
Yeah, so you have multiple people will come up in the future, that will penetrate in multiple aspects, and multiple it will diffuse into multiple field. Entertainment is a huge industry, in Hindi, Urdu.
agreed.
uh, yeah, we will see.
So coming back to this is very exciting and really, very impressive how you played around with it. And just as a exercise, I also created a video around your Shaheen model today, and I actually did that Bollywood song thing. I didn't use your dataset, but just took that chunk of it, and it was able to do bit of it. So you are very much right there. Coming back to the dataset, can you please tell a bit more as how exactly you created that data set? And if someone is looking to create a data set, let's say in Urdu, what should they do? How much cost they are looking at roughly, and what would you suggest?
I'll tell you. uh, Alpaca is so what happens is like Alpaca is standard format. You have instructions, you have input, you have output. Okay, that is the standard data set many researchers are following, and they have claimed version of English. Okay, you have some mathematical questions, you have essays, some summarization tasks, coding tasks. It's a combination of tasks. What I visualized, what I inspected from the data is like it can write anything. So it's like generic, it's like a small data set. It's not big, it's not in multiple millions. It is just 30,000 40,000 rows, very small. If you compare to billion parameter model, that is just
Yeah,
a top layer. It's just maintaining the top layer. It's not a full-fledged data set, but it is clean, it is structured what we require. Uh, so if we have to create from data set from the sky, it's like it will cost us huge money.
sure,
So best way is take the data set. Alpaca now translated into 9 Indian languages, and I have seen the German French version of it also. But how we can improve it? We can augment the data, we can add the more data, our own data, and we can customize, augment the data. We can augment the data. And obviously data creation is expensive, but it will help you in long term. I created with alpaca data set. Maybe people can, like, you I think you interviewed the guy who augment kit
yeah,
data set generation. Maybe some people can invest some money and take a raw Urdu text, raw Urdu books, and create structured data and create more than Alpaca. Alpaca is just stepping stone, and
sure,
yeah, they can data clean it to see if there's any harmful data, any data which may not be offensive to some. It should be ethically aligned. Something should not have offensive jokes. I saw filtering deduplication, uh, maybe junk data. Alpaca is clean, but anyhow, maybe after translation, maybe it became junk, right? Yeah, we can do post processing and create a augment kit. We can create a maybe 1 million of rows. Maybe data will be more powerful. Maybe we can quantize the model. Yeah, so in that direction we can go. Yeah.
absolutely. So one question on that one, just for the viewers, because there is a lot of interest. I can already tell you people are going to ask these questions, so I'm just trying to preempt those. So one question. So I looked at your data set, which you have posted on Hugging Face, and as I said earlier, that I will drop the link in video's description. The Urdu dataset, the alpaca clean one. So in that dataset, you have there are I guess 6 or 7 columns. So in first column there is a English instruction, English input, English output, and then Telugu
Telugu,
instruction or
Telugu, Telugu.
and then Urdu instruction input and output. For example, if I am looking to create a data set of just Urdu, can I just keep the English instruction, English input,
No,
output, and
no.
also, or can I
We
just
only
keep the
use
Urdu one?
No, we only use actually the data set. How it happened is, okay. If you see my script to Google Colab, I just use Urdu instructions, Urdu input, Urdu
Yeah,
output. The remaining columns are like it came by chance
sure.
because we converted the Ravi Teja from Lama Index. His native is Telugu, so he converted English to Telugu,
Nice.
and together we converted English to Urdu. But when I used, I didn't touch Telugu at all. I just focused on Urdu.
Awesome.
It,
Beautiful.
it, it it
Yeah,
also helps us in getting like understanding if our translation is failing somewhere,
we
right?
okay.
I,
Got
I
it.
I can
Okay.
compare English and I can see. I'm not very much proficient in. I know though I can read, but at least maybe if there's any very textbook word which we don't know of Urdu,
Yeah.
maybe if it is there, maybe it became junk. I can compare with English. Maybe I can do side by side comparison, and I can manually like remove clean the
Yeah.
data, right?
And your data set which you have created, it is open source. Anyone can use it and modify
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Very generous. Very generous. Thank you for that. I mean, on behalf of everyone who is going to use
yeah,
it, wonderful effort. I know you spent your own money and
yeah,
you won't get paid for it, but hopefully someone
yeah,
would
yeah,
buy it from you.
yeah,
But I think wonderful selfless work there.
yeah.
So if someone, for example, wants to modify it, let's say someone wants to use Dr. Allama Iqbal's poetry there, and he just wants to create a Urdu language model for Iqbal's poetry, let's say. He picks up all of his poems and everything. He digitizes them in Urdu somehow, and then in the instruction column he gives the poem title, and in the uh, he just
Input.
leaves input blank, and in the output puts the whole poem, and then he trains the LLM, fine tunes the base model like Gemma on it. Is that right approach?
No, first you have to have a Urdu understanding of it. So what I'm telling, first you pretend you can use my model, you can use maybe alpaca again. On top of it you have to have a, because obviously Allama Iqbal's work is very big, but it's not as big as alpaca dataset, right? If you have alpaca dataset, model will get language understanding of it, right?
Okay, 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 okay. So not just the poems, you have to include the whole Urdu language data set.
Yeah, Urdu language.
So
Yeah, Urdu language.
cool,
If
cool.
you,
Okay,
if you're taking English data set,
yeah,
if you're taking English model, and if you're just training the poems, maybe the model can only uh, predict predict similar poems, right? But
yeah.
if you have pre-trained the model with say like huge corpus of data, then it will get understanding of Urdu, NLU, natural language understanding, right? That
No, so
Yeah, that's
if you
how
keep
you
going, my battery is low, so I
yeah,
need to put.
yeah. So that's how you get more of it. But it's a trial error. You can try both ways. Maybe you can fine tune basic model as well, and Urdu fine tune model as well. But
Sure,
my hunch is, but my hunch and my experience is Urdu model will yield you best results.
awesome. Now, last question on this topic. So, for example, the model has been fine-tuned on the big Urdu data set, and we also want to focus it on the Iqbal's poetry, for example. So, do we need to? So, is this approach correct that we put the poem's title in the instruction column and the actual poem in? Should we put it in the input column
No,
or in the output column?
no, instruction is like system prompt. You have ChatGPT system prompt, that is a placeholder. Okay, but people are experiencing outputs if you give instruction and output leaving input as well. But if you think the pattern, instruction is your system prompt which you give to open source models like
Yeah.
llama, gamma, or whatever it is. Like, you can think of that as a instructions system prompt. Input is input, output is output. Very simple.
Got it.
And so one of the thing I experimented, because I had one Urdu data set that didn't had instructions. I tried fine tuning that also, but you know what I added in instructions? I added the same line for all the columns, all the rows. Same, like you have a following question, answer it appropriately without harm, something like that.
Yeah.
I translated that into Urdu. I did a same instruction in that instruction part.
Nice.
You know,
Beautiful.
yeah, that's all. That is the one hack you can do. But
Okay.
yeah, if you're getting like for Shairi, Shair Iqbal, you can add instructions like you are you can do something like a name, this concept called you can give the you can impersonate the model. You can tell it, okay, you are the, or you are the,
Role
sorry,
play.
you are a role player, yeah.
Yeah.
You are the Urdu poet. You give your thought is like this. You
Yeah.
give always gives generous, maybe out of the world, emotional, religious poems. So it will affect your output,
Nice.
because
Now,
role playing
yeah,
model, these models are nothing but a role playing. If you ask it to play,
exactly.
yeah, role play, it will just role play that person. It will repeated that persona, right?
Yeah. Good. Now, you have chosen the name of the model very well, actually, because I was trying to remember one of Iqbal's verse, and in that verse in Urdu, he says that "तू शाही है बसेरा कर पहाड़ों की चट्टानों पर."
Yes, yes.
So I think I let don't ask me to translate it into English. It will be
Yeah,
hard. It won't capture the essence of it. But look, for the English viewers, one thing I can tell you, Urdu, yes, that is my mother tongue too. But without any bias, I can assure you that Urdu is one of the most beautiful language in the world, especially when it comes to poetry,
yeah,
ghazals, and songs. It is
yeah.
matchless. I have read. I'm a very avid reader. I have read a lot of literature in English, Spanish, and I can assure you that Urdu tops all of them. So,
Yeah,
and if you want to read it in Urdu, Iqbal is good, but his
yeah, Iqbal
poetry
is
is,
also.
yeah. But my favorite poet is from India, Ghalib.
Mhm.
His ghazals are amazing. So
Yeah.
Asadullah Khan Ghalib.
Delhi is from Delhi based.
Yeah, so amazing poet. Anyway, so I
Yeah,
digress.
yeah.
Now, Arslan, I mean, wonderful discussion. I really wanted to go on and on, but I am a bit cautious of your time too. It's weekend, it's
No, I'm
Saturday.
okay. Because it's
Okay,
again, yeah.
awesome. So, look, just on the prompt engineering side of things, people I have seen here, I'm based in Sydney, Australia. People are also starting out here. Whenever I talk to people about prompt engineering, most of them think that, well, it is just like asking a question. They don't give much importance to it. Do you think prompt engineer matters, or LLMs have become so intelligent they even if you just put in anything, they would decipher it? What are your thoughts on prompt engineering?
No, no, prompt, you have to have prompt, because I think you have a video of a prompt lab which Claude mentioned, right?
Yeah.
So what happens? See, what happens in prompt engineering is like it's a trial. It's a trial and error method. See, if uh, if you have seen the post of Claude, they use lot of XML tags. You have seen that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, because they have used XML tags. If you use the model without XML tags, your model will fail, right? Matlab, you will not get a desired output. So based on the fine tuned data, your model behaves. So maybe the same prompt for ChatGPT will not work for like
Definitely.
Cloud or Cohere or anyone.
Yeah.
So when you used to work with GPT models, that time prompt engineering was asking 5 questions, few shot learning, giving same pattern and asking the model to like
Yeah,
repeat it, but yeah. So it's like a repetitive job. You have to plan around it, but I can't comment that it may be automated. But I believe prompt engineering is like, it's not a focused skill, it's like a parallel skill. You need to have parallel skill,
sure.
but again, that we will learn only when we experiment with the models. uh,
Absolutely.
because yeah, there are some nuances to it. It's not just English language. There's some
Yeah,
nuances to it. I'll tell you how. Because you have stable diffusion model, right? If you go and type stable diffusion, right, I need a room with with without elephant, right? You are explicitly telling I don't need elephants.
yeah,
It will generate elephant. You know why? Because since it is trained on caption dataset,
yeah,
wherever the word elephant is there, the corresponding image will have elephant. So no
cool.
matter no matter how good you prompt it,
Yeah,
it will generate. What you have to do, you have to add that into negative token. There's some negative prompt,
yeah.
you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that understanding we will have only when we play a lot with generative models, right? Otherwise, people will think, okay, this model is generating elephant when I'm asking one to not use. Obviously, it will not generate. It will generate the elephant because the data set. You have to think like it resembles a data set, right? So
Cool.
yeah, prompt engineering is a skill, but it is not that it is focused skill.
Sure.
It's like auxiliary. It's like a parallel skill you need to have.
Got it. Now, um, there are a lot of people, whether they are beginners who are just starting out, or even the existing professionals who are looking to get into AI. What do you advise them how they should start learning?
So now learning is yeah, learning what we have seen. What happens is like data is very constant. It's not model is not new. So when we learned XGBoost, or when we learned started data science, like say 5, 6, 7 years back. So XGBoost was XGBoost for like quite a long time. For now we have
Yeah,
Gamma, we have Alpaca, we have Vina. So fluidity is like very so only one way to learn is be active in Twitter, be active in LinkedIn, YouTube. Gather all the collabs, whatever you have. Don't buy any good laptop. Better buy Google Colab with premium version, maybe a run board, CPU, GPU. Start experimenting, start contributing, start building by combining multiple solutions. That is the
got
only
it.
way forward.
Awesome.
If you only focus on, say, only like I want to focus on Gemma. If you come after 1 month, maybe Gamma is old. Maybe 10,
Yeah,
20 models have come, right?
very
So
true.
uh, we have to be very active. And so what I learn, how I learn is, there are very good channels in YouTube. Like yours is very good. You share Google Collabs, and in India we have One Little Code. There are a lot of very good channels in India, especially from subcontinent. Luckily, most of this content creator and generative AI from subcontinent itself. Uh, I can assure you that, because I follow a lot of channels regularly. Most of the content, good content, quality content, come from subcontinent. You can and we are approachable, right? So I can go and comment on One Little Codel. He'll reply. The probability is very good. I can be active in LinkedIn, maybe Discord channels, Reddit channels. I can pick one collab, experiment, tweak it. Maybe I can fail. I'm not telling that I'm not failing. I will definitely fail, but that is a way to like learn.
True.
I can
Makes
learn.
sense.
Yeah,
That's a great advice. Thank you for that.
yeah.
Um, if I ask you, which one is your all-time most favorite open source model? You have only one choice. Apart
Open
from your
source.
Shaheen, not Shaheen. Yeah.
Shine. I agree. Uh, I have two answers for this. If you have very small, like typical use case, uh, Flantify is very good. I don't know why people are not using it. If you have
Which one,
only
sorry?
classification, Flantify.
Plantify. Okay. Yeah.
If you have only classification task, right? Summarize classification, question and answering, like not question and answering, classification task. named entity. There's some sectors. So if you want to build, don't go for gamma, because gamma, alpaca, all those will take you like say GPUs. It will burn you. If you want to start, Flantify is very good model, because that uh, in my previous company, I built one solution for employee review, so employee comment classification. The accuracy was for Flantify was as equal to GPT-3 model. Imagine.
Well,
I'm spending thousands of dollars for GPT-3, but the same model, but the same use case, same accuracy I'm getting with Flantify, which I can run in CPU. I can get easily, I can get the reports of the classification. So for those kind of NLP tasks like classification, NER, we have to focus with the low. That Flantify is good, I guess, and
awesome.
uh,
Okay.
and open source. Gemma is yeah. You said only one, then Flantify is good.
Okay, that is awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
now enough for the AI. What are your hobbies other than working on AI and your job?
I read uh, lot of books, different varieties. I randomly go to like a bookstore and I randomly book books, maybe and business book. It's a random. I don't have any specific genre. Because and anyhow I usually follow a lot of technical work, but non-technical books are like I don't like fiction things, but I like non-fictions, autobiographies. I Because that will give you a lot of perspectives. Lot.
Yeah,
I was reading a book on a very thin book on Sundar Pichai and uh, Satya Nadella. uh, it's very interesting book, like we can learn a lot. What we are seeing is just one phase. Maybe you have seen multiple cycles. From my experience, I'm seeing only one cycle. These people have seen multiple cycles, and
yeah,
their experience, how they adapt, how they are agile they are, how they switch, like uh, they started from as a product engineers. Sundar Pichai is not a coder, and Nadella is not a coder. They have the grasp, but they're not the coders. How they evolve, uh, how they pass through the waves, that is very interesting.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, apart from that, I like travel, listening music, and
Nice. Okay.
local. Yeah, that is my hobbies.
So, which one is your favorite place to travel within India?
Mm. Uh, in India, India is very beautiful. India, for me, I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere. I can get good food. So for me, every place is good in India. But I like to maybe Kashmir is good. I guess I have not been there. I like to go. But
Hmm.
apart from that, everywhere in India is beautiful. So there's this guy from Pakistan. His name is Abrar. He's a logger. He had came to, you can ask him. So in India everything is beautiful. You just need to go. You just need to have time.
Yeah,
You just need to go. Everywhere is beautiful.
I know. I
Beautiful
know.
place. And outside, I think I worked in Oman. Oman is a beautiful place.
Yeah, Muscat is
Very
a very
beautiful.
fine place. Yeah.
Muscat is good. Salala I didn't go
Yeah.
to, but yeah, Oman is very beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, so you are in Bangalore. So, but I
Outskirts
have
of Bangalore.
okay.
So
Out.
you have a Sholay film, right?
Okay.
That is where my hometown is. It's 50 kilometers from Bangalore.
Okay.
It's like laid back home. It's like laid back town, like 2 hours from Bangalore, 1 hour from car, one and a half from Bangalore. It's a laid back town called Ramnagar.
Ramnagar. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think I have heard the name. I haven't
Yeah,
watched the movie Sholay, but
yeah.
everyone
But that
talks
is
about it.
say
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the same location. So my college
Okay.
was just behind that
Okay.
house of Thakur and those people.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Cool. So, well, man, I think this was amazing. Any final message you want to give to the viewers?
Yeah, like I said, it's a very happening thing, and hype is also there. I'm not uh, this hype also. But if we contribute to open source, if we build some very use case which disrupts the industries like automobile design, interior design, clothing industry is very big, jewelry is very big. everything related to design, I'd say any. So we have to think from the perspective of our customer, from the perspective of business. When I participate in hackathons, I take the role play of a business. I have a business of say textile. How I can include this? I'm a doctor. How can I include this? How I can combine the multiple solutions? If we combine, definitely we'll have many people can create multiple very good solutions. I can see very good use cases coming off. But see, probability is very good, huge, right? You have 10 into 10. You have 10 models, 10 models. What is the probability? It's like 10 into 10. It's like into millions. But
True.
out of millions, maybe one or two. If you build 10, 20 solutions, but out of 20, I was shocked to know there's this guy who is building who has built a solution for barber. Like the person is just uploading his photo and he's getting hairstyles.
Nice.
It's like
Okay.
I was shocked. That is very basic concept. It's very
Yeah.
very very many people think that okay, I have model, I build this chatbot, financial chatbot, forecasting, stock. That is not required. It's a simple basic thing. You're going for haircut, and that guy, I saw the Twitter. That's very interesting. You're getting haircut just by using generative models. That's big, right?
Good
I know it's
stuff.
just in India, maybe in subcontinent, it will cost you $1. But
Yeah.
imagine the level of people who think in broader
Absolutely.
horizon. So if you think in broader horizon, we can include this with obviously with safety. Safety is very much important.
Yeah.
We have seen multiple cases with proper safety and these things. We can penetrate into multiple. Just before this, I was in another call. I told him, see, in the future, just imagine you have brain chips. I know it's just a fictional thing, but maybe it happens because people are crazy. You have a lot of investment. See, you have a brain chip, neural networks, right? A neural chip. You have neural chips. You're wearing Apple Vision Pro. Instead of static metaverse, static reality, you're illusioning. You're imagining I'm in Taj Mahal. The in-house GPUs, the in-house generator models are creating the world for you, are creating the
Absolutely.
sound for you. Like it's like dream, how we dream, right? I
Correct.
want to listen to music with A.R. Rahman with these lyrics. Just imagine. No, it is not possible. I'm telling it is not possible. Sorry, at the moment it's not possible. But imagine we have to have that bigger spectrum to think to multiple connect. I'm connecting neural networks, sorry, neural chips with Apple Vision with diffusion models, but
Yeah.
it's doable, right? It's a viable, right? I'm not telling out of the scope. Like I
Correct.
can go to moon, but the founder of Stability AI said in the future all the pixels are generated. Not rendered. Rendered is different thing. Rendered is like you have existing metaverse. It is showing existing metaverse, right? I'm walking through the virtual reality. But imagine it's like illusion model. I'm just imagining I'm from here. Taj Mahal is there. Eiffel Tower is there. I'm walking. Uh,
Awesome.
it's like we have to broaden our horizon from multiple angles, and we have to build the solutions from multiple angles. I also thought of creating Vision Pro with interior solutions, stable diffusion for 360 images. I can just come to home, I can visualize the home like this and then go. But it requires a lot of efforts, money.
Yeah.
But since I have a full-time job as well, but that should be the imaginative. Since we don't
Correct.
have, since coding is mostly will be 30-40% automated, we have to have imaginative uh, imaginative powers that will only come
Absolutely.
only if we work with multiple stakeholders, business, uh, financial persons, healthcare persons. That will broaden our horizon.
True.
That's how we can create a use case, and we can uh, see people are investing only billions in GPUs. There's no ROI, is full negative. OpenAI, Cohere, Microsoft, everyone are just going negative. No one is positive except for small startups. Everyone are just like burning the cash, but in the long term they
Correct.
need to like get back the money. But I think by building a use cases, by
Agreed.
giving the use cases, value added use cases, you know they can recover. We can Everyone can, like they can it's a win-win. It will be win-win situation, hopefully.
Absolutely. Look, Arslan, this is very insightful. I have learned a lot, and I'm more than sure that everyone watching this would love it. It's full of nuggets. But
Yeah,
thank you so much for your time and these insights. Much, much appreciated. And we'll definitely do another
yeah,
episode
definitely.
too
Yeah,
very soon because I think
yeah.
this is wonderful. I mean, your insights about all the topics, this is very profound. So thanks again.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated your time and efforts.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your time.